Hello. Do you know what? It's been a while, hasn't it? But you can't keep a good power couple down for long. Angela got me to write that bit. Did I say it okay?
Well, I must admit, you think they're divorced and then they come back again.
Yeah.
We're like Burton and my brain's gone dead.
Derby or something, wasn't it? Steve will tell us. Anyway, just in case you've forgotten, she's Cripps and I'm Clarke. So in this month's alas, Cripps and Clarke, we want to share some of the power couples of yesteryear, who were couples mostly in movies, and how perhaps what they said in the movie could be relevant to now and moving forward into August in amongst all this pandemic that we're in.
Yeah. We know you're all busy, and we've got so busy in the gym. I had a quick check today. We've got 8 new coaches joining us over the next month or so, with all new courses, all totally different. So doing this every week was not feasible anymore. Therefore, once a month, I think that works well. It's the end of a month. We get it in the last Friday of the month to start the new month. Grab a drink.
And with 8 new coaches, Alex is going to need a bigger car park because he'll never get us all outside his house. Hi, Louise. Hi, Stephen. Oh, by the way, we don't actually know if you're there unless you say something. So don't think we're ignoring you. It's just that you're ignoring us. So there you go.
Power couples, put your own in. Who do you think? It was Burton and Taylor. Of course it was. Liz Taylor. I don't know why my brain went blank. I'm blaming the menopause. Now I've learned more about the 34 symptoms of the menopause in the last month. That's definitely the reason. And it's another reason why I'm so hot, though.
I did watch the webinar about menopause, and I learned about the andropause or something that men get. I thought, oh, okay. Because look, we've got our own flu named after us, so why not have a pausal issue? Anyway, let's start with, do you remember Isla and Rick from Casablanca?
Oh, here's looking at you, kid.
Thank you very much, Angela. But in the remake, because we want to try and link these sort of famous lines to current climate, if you are going to look at someone, kid, you're going to have to do it via Zoom next time. Okay, so that's one. And then of course we've got who's the next power couple? Do like these two.
Oh, so Rose and Jack from Titanic, then, where she goes, "I'll never let go, Jack, I promise."
Yeah, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly how she said it. I tell you what, it's uncanny. It's absolutely uncanny. Now, I struggled to think of what learning I could get from that line, other than you can't bloody trust a woman, can you? I mean, there she is saying, "I'll never let go, Jack, I promise." And then what does she do? Bloody let him go. So
everyone agrees there was enough room on that plank or door or whatever it was for the two of them. So that's I love the film. You get through like 2.5, 3 hours, whatever it is, and then they finish it with that, and you're like, no, you just ruined it.
Well, I have got a serious link because we are quite serious as well. But she's obviously she's holding on. It's pulling her down, and this is a bit like having a candidate or a client or a job or a marketplace that you're clinging on to, and it's just dragging you down. Let it go. I mean, that's another movie, but yeah, let go. Go and find another ocean to fish in.
Winter's coming, Tracy. We can't do that on the hottest day of the year. What did you say? You went to the gym and it was 39 degrees.
I got in my car. I went to the gym, got in my car, and it 39. And I know you can't go totally by that in terms of accuracy, but I drove to the gym, and when I got there 5 minutes later, I know 5 minutes drive to the gym. Ironic, and it was still 37. But I was aiming to go into a nice air-conditioned room and do some sanitized, socially distanced working out. Anyway, who's the next one, Angela? Who do you want to talk about next?
One of my favourites. Then moving up, we're sort of in the 50s now, aren't we? So we've done 1912, we've done the 1930s, I think Casablanca was, but 1950s, Baby and Johnny, Dirty Dancing.
Okay, look, I'm no Patrick Swayze, although I have tried to do that dance thing, but nobody puts baby in the corner. Now, if it was remade in today's COVID climate, if somebody said no one puts baby in the corner, you'd have to say, well, actually, can you leave her in the corner because she's self-isolating at the moment? I do want to tell you, there was my brother, who's been married a couple of times. His second time he got married, he had a non-stag weekend in Portugal. So we'd been out drinking, and we were in this bar, and I had just come out of the toilet. My brother was up at the bar, and he's about the same height as me, same sort of size. And the soundtrack to this song came on, and I just heard him yell across the bar, Alan, right? And I thought, what's going on? And he just came running towards me, ready to do the lift. And I'm thinking, Jesus, he's about 13 stone. So he ran up on the stage, leapt off, and I sort of caught him, and then went back and wiped out about 3 fruit machines.
Oh, God.
We had to leave.
So maybe a bit of planning.
Yeah.
So what's Stephen's saying then? War about Hepburn and Bogart. We've done that with Isla and Rick, haven't we, in Casablanca?
Yeah. Come on.
Where were you, Stephen? He's in the garden.
He's in the garden. He said he's typing slowly. I must admit, this next one, I haven't watched the movie. But what are we going to talk about?
Noah and Ali in the Notebook.
Yeah. Is it? Oh, you doing that one? Are you? You're doing Notebook. I was going to do Love Story.
Oh, okay.
That was the next one on our list. We had Oliver and Jenny and Love Story, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you don't know that we're working from a script. But the line was love
means never having to say you're sorry.
Right, we see, which is utter nonsense because I've been married for 33 years and I'm always bloody apologising. So that line is wrong. Do you want to do the Notebook now, Angela?
Yeah, you threw me because you asked me what it is, and my one is to say Noah and Ali in the Notebook, not Ella and Jenny from Love Story. And actually, I've not seen Love Story, but I have seen the Notebook, and it is a gorgeous movie. I must admit, it does get you. It'll make you cry. You've got to watch it.
Did you notice that live on this feed? That is Angela's way of not admitting that she's wrong. Right? It was almost like a politician's response. Let's give enough fluff over there, and then perhaps Alan won't notice. He knows.
I'm sorry that you got the wrong lead. And
there you go. I'm sorry that you feel that way. Anyway, the quote from Notebook was, I don't know how to say it, but it wasn't over. It still isn't over.
That's a powerful line, isn't it? I must admit, and they must have written it about COVID-19.
Actually, when I first saw that, I thought surely that's about the 1966 England World Cup match, wasn't it?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they think it's all over.
It still isn't over. No, that's not right. And then, of course, we've got Sandy and Danny from Greece.
Moving up to the 70s. Tell me about it, Stirred.
Thank you, Angela. Are you talking to me or are you doing the next line?
Just doing the next line.
Okay. Well, first of all, I don't accept being referred to as a stud. It goes against my identity and what I think is acceptable to me. Or if you were linking it to recruitment, tell me about it, stud. I would say, Sandy, that is a very good open question, particularly in an interview. Just remove the stud part. And fascinating fact, did you know, Angela, I think you probably did know this, but I was in the NatWest Amateur Theatre Club, and we actually did Grease in the late 1980s. And my wife played Frenchie, and I played one of the T-Birds called Rump.
I remember Rump.
No, well, the thing is, you have to remember that Grease was a stage show before it was a film.
Yes, of course, yeah.
But they had a couple of songs in there, and one of them was my solo song, which didn't make it to the film, because it was a song all about mooning, because that's why I was called Rump, because I was always getting my arm out.
So now I've got flashes of Animal House, was it? Not too many famous couples in that one, right? Okay, so moving on then from your great question that Sandy asks. Forrest and Jenny, so sort of 50s into 60s, 70s moving forward, but Forrest Gump, fabulous.
Yeah, okay. I find this quite difficult, but me and Jenny goes together like peas and carrots. So that's my first attempt. Or it could be, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
I never understood that, because boxes of chocolates that have the leaflet in that tell you what you're going to get. So I'm wondering if it's American chocolates they never bothered putting the leaflet in.
Do you know what? If I haven't got my glasses on, I can't read the description anyway. I just sort of dive in, grab 2 or 3. Why not?
I mean, immediately at the moment, we're not sure what we're going to get, are we? I mean, we can plan, we can have plans, we can work at what we can do.
Yeah.
But there's a lot out of our control at the moment. We don't know what we're going to get. So just aim for the best, and we'll see where we end up at the moment. Okay, who's next then?
Han Solo and Princess Leia, but we have to go to Star Wars Episode 5 for this, where she says, Angela, what does she say?
She says, well, I guess you don't know everything about women yet.
Right. Well, I am not going to comment on that at all, because I don't understand women. I never will understand women. And actually, deep down, I don't think you truly want to be understood, do you?
It would be nice on occasion. Maybe other people then should go back and watch that menopause thing again to try and understand what's going on with women.
It's sponsored by some sort of medication for menopause.
Yes. But I didn't realise how much it is impacting the employment world, because I must admit, when I saw it as a topic, I was like, okay, guest on a Thursday morning, let's run with that. But speaking to her and finding out about all these women sort of in their 50s that are in senior executive roles that should be moving up to CEOs and everything, it is one of the reasons why they're actually feeling like imposter syndrome. And like her, she thought she was going into sort of early dementia or something like that, and therefore she actually left her job before she thought she'd get found out that she was losing her mind a little bit. And now we know what's going on.
I do like watching Claire, our mental health guru, and I'm so tempted sometimes just to type stuff in, because I know that it puts her off. And the fact that it's called menopause, and I thought, isn't it strange that menopause, which is only for women, starts with the word men? And, you know, we're not the cause of it. I'm not going to own up to that one. But we do suffer with it second hand. I'll tell you what, I can't do the next line, but I'm sure Angela has been practicing all day with this one. And, of course, ladies and gentlemen, it is When Harry Met Sally. Angela, take it away.
Oh, I can't. I'm sorry, but yes.
Please tell me this is being recorded.
Let's take the dog off. Oh, wouldn't it be great if we got a few more of those in August? And yeah, both sides. So, are you hiring? Yes. Are you going to make an offer? Yes. Will you accept the offer? Yes. Will you retain me? Yes. 25%.
Was it good for you?
What was that?
Was it good for you?
It was brilliant for me, yes. Oh. So yes, a few more yeses. Don't make that the clip.
If I said to all the people watching, who is this couple, Vivian and Edward, what film would spring to mind? Now, Stephen, you're going to have to type really quick. Everybody else, if you know who Vivian and Edward were and what film they were in, type it in now. And I'll give you a clue. Angela is going to give you the line that I think he said. But anyway, go for it.
People put you down enough, you start to believe it.
There you go.
It was her, surely.
Is it her?
Yeah,
okay.
It must be.
Might have been her. Anyway, no one can get it.
No one's got it. Vivian. There's not many Vivian, and she was named after Vivian Lee, wasn't she?
Oh, Tracy. Good girl. So, I mean, that particular line, people put you down enough, you start to believe it. And this is where, if I were to put a link to it, it has to be around social media. You know, the amount of social media that there is out there that is negative, and people worry about it. The amount of times I listen to, for example, power couples, people being interviewed, and they say, I've stopped looking at the social media because of what it actually does for me. And, you know, it's not well informed. There's just someone's opinions. And we all know that opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one. So, you know, sometimes with social media, turn it off, unfollow people, delete them, switch off. It doesn't do you any good whatsoever.
Actually, that does link to the line I use most from that film, unfortunately, is when she goes, "You hurt me. Don't do it again." So yeah, delete, block, gone. Right then. So what about, these couples are amazing. Molly and Sam. So that's got to bring some memories back. What about Molly and Sam from Ghost?
Oh, Ghost. I can't do the line. It's amazing, Molly. The love inside, you take it with you. Oh, Patrick Swayze, he was a good one, wasn't he? You see, but this, when he says about the love inside, you know, you take it with you, it's one of the things that we can carry around with us all day long throughout our lives. And I think that love needs to be shared just a little bit more, not just to, you know, your close, your friends, your partners, your loved ones, but actually don't forget about loving yourself. Loving yourself is often underrated. So that would be my takeaway from today's session.
You're expecting me to say something. I'm not. I'm moving on to Latika and Jamal, Slumdog Millionaire. So I must admit, they weren't immediate in my thoughts when I was thinking about this. But yeah, good one.
Well, actually, he said to her, didn't he? He says, "I will wait for you at the train station every day at 5. There you go.
Sucker. Why is
In your world.
I'm sorry, but okay. It's August tomorrow. Let's not waste time with time wasters. Okay, everyone gets a chance and everyone gets a second chance, but close people for commitment, close them or move on. Otherwise you're going to waste too much time. You're going to be busy fools, and you cannot afford to do that. We can't afford to do it normally, let alone now. So get onto another platform, go to another station.
Yeah, absolutely. Good. And then, of course, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie as Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, I must admit, it's been tainted a little bit, this film, for me, but it was amazing. So happy endings are just stories that haven't finished yet. So we need to hold on to that at the moment, don't we? This story hasn't finished. This too will end, was the comment this morning, wasn't it? That was key for the mental health thing. But we're going to have to wait a little bit longer for our happy ending.
But that said, I mean, when you've got bodies like, you know, the recruiting gym, and you've got Louise and Stephen and everybody else, you know, sort of furnishing their wares often for free or a very small subscription, when you think about it, all what we're giving you is actually helping you to write a happier ending. It's just a question of, you know, applying the stuff that we give to you, and it's almost like you can control your own destiny. I just need to warm up for the next one, Angela. Go on.
Go warm up, right. Rocky and Adrienne, Rocky 2.
No, I did it. I don't know what he did. I think he might have won a fight.
I think he might have done, yeah. So let's celebrate any wins at the moment, please. So yeah, if you've done it, share it, whether it's in the gym, on LinkedIn, whatever. And I've got someone to refer to later on that one. Right, next one.
Hold on. And don't forget, you're knocking out the competition along the way.
Ba-boom. Like it. So Ali and Jackson, Lady Gaga, Bradley Cooper, Star is Born. Love that film, seen it 3 times already.
Yeah, well, I see. I watched the original one with Barbara Streisand and Chris Christopherson.
Oh, that's the third one. That's not the
Who has been on Wikipedia or IMDb?
No, this was a year or so ago when this came out, whenever this came out, because I thought the original was Judy Garland. So then, but I did remember Barbara Streisand. That was the first one I saw, but I'm a bit of a Judy Garland fan. So then I found out she did the original, so watched that with James Mason. It was so lovely. Right. And there was another one before that, wasn't there? 1938. So this is the fourth one. Right. So
okay, so it should be called A Star Is Born, 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 Born. So the line from it that Bradley Cooper says, and look, don't get me wrong, I am 100% jealous of that guy. I mean, for Christ's sake, look, good looking, he can act, and now the bugger can show us that he can sing as well.
Yeah, he's a really good rock star, isn't he? I thought he was fabulous.
When he's interviewed, he can be funny, and I thought, how can somebody have all of that?
That's like Ryan Reynolds. I think he's the same as well. I don't know if he can sing though.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is funny. I like him in Deadpool. His eyes are still too small and close together. But anyway, the line that Bradley Cooper says, or Jackson says, is, look, talent comes everywhere, but having something to say and a way to say it and people to listen to it, that's a whole other bag. And unless you get out and try to do it, you'll never know. And that's the truth.
Oh, that's such a good line. We've got to put that as a quote. We need to do a webinar on that or something, because that is so relevant, isn't it? Really good advice there. I noticed the sentence before that, he swears a lot. So obviously that bit is perfect. Right. Okay, moving on then. Aladdin and Jasmine. Oh, well, that gives it away straight away.
A whole new world. Do you know what ruined the whole new world for me?
I'd say Peter and Katie.
Ruined it. But let's face, I think you wanted to say something here, didn't you? About the whole new world. New horizons to pursue.
New horizons to pursue. Lots of opportunities out there. This week I interviewed Anjum Rajan from Vera International, so that's going to be coming out, and she's going to do a webinar with us and a stand-up. So her company helps to source people from all over the globe and get business elsewhere, and has been doing the visa scenario for many, many years. So she's an expert that's going to help us as well. In the gym, we like people like that. Always help to collaborate.
You can tell that we were struggling when we got to the end, because the next power couple is Homer and Marge from The Simpsons, and I've only got one word to say. Don't.
I've said about that. I've said that so many times in these last 5 months. Right. Ross and Rachel. We couldn't do this without Ross and Rachel. Okay.
We were on a break.
We're still on that break. I mean, I've just been watching the news while I've been prepping for this, and you've got Johnson saying we're going to open up a little bit more, and Chris Whitty has just come straight in going, we are at our capacity now for opening up. We can see we're on the edge. So it's like, it's going to start going backwards. So we're still on that break. The COVID's still out there, everyone. Don't go out and about and getting involved with lots of other people and going on holiday with other people, Alan. Is that happening on Sunday?
Okay, so my flight got cancelled last night for both of our holidays, the one on Sunday, and my wife, right, she's a bit of a tour de force. She wouldn't accept it. We spoke to our people on the ground in Spain. EasyJet, although they've cancelled our flights, they're still doing flights on Sunday.
What?
But what they never told me in the email was they cancelled our 6:10 flight early in the morning, but they're still selling flights for later in the day. So they cancelled the flight, so we get our money back. We've rebooked some flights for Monday, which are cheaper. So we're getting out there cheaper, and we'll get our money back on. So actually, ladies and gentlemen, I'm still coming on holiday.
Round of applause. There you go. That's our lesson from that one. We're solution people. There's always an option. There's other ways. So just keep going. Good old Georgie.
Yeah, well done, George.
Thanks. Amazing. Right. Last two then. Professor Higgins, Eliza Doolittle, My Fair Lady, famous phrase.
I think she's got it. By George, she's got it. And FYI, I actually played Professor Higgins in a musical review in a West End theatre. I don't know if you know, but down Villiers Street by Charing Cross, if you turn right, they've got the old Players Theatre there, which is opposite the nightclub Heaven.
Yes,
so we actually did a one-night musical extravaganza review, and I actually did Professor Higgins one night, as well as one of the Laughing Policemen and a bit from West Side Story. So that was a cracking night.
Because of George, you have got your holiday. So, boy, George, you have got it.
Yes, she absolutely has.
Shout out here as well to Abby. Saw your LinkedIn a little bit earlier. She had a job taken on last week, interviews done this week, and an offer today. So let's share those where we've got it, where it's all working again, and we're being recruiters again, and we're sort of changing people's lives. So I'm hoping that it carries on that quickly, and that clients are going to turn around and move quickly on these placements, and that will stick. It's just getting way too long, wasn't it? All right, what's the last one?
Oh, actually, it was Professor Higgins who said that line, Tracy. I think she's got it by George. She's got it. It was actually Eliza who said, "The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain." I love that movie. It's dated, but I love it. And the last one is, and there's no resemblance when you're looking at the screen, right? Shrek and Princess Fiona. I've only got little ears. I could never be a Shrek.
But am I her as the, well, she's ginger hair both times, but am I her as green or not green? There's a big difference in that. So this quote then that she says, so when one lives alone, one has to learn these things in case there's an arrow in your butt.
Shit. Right, there is. See, sometimes we get so, I suppose, embroiled in our day-to-day stuff, and we're just, looking in front of us. We're not looking behind us. We're not looking left and right and up and down. You've got to have a real good view of what's going on in your marketplace, in life. And yeah, as Angela would say, watch out for those arrows, guys. Have a great weekend. I am, because I'm going to start packing.
That's so good. I'm so pleased for you. Yeah, have a great August, guys. So Alas Cripps Clarke, the start of the month, is actually the only free thing in the gym now. We've now pivoted to being a paying company again.
Actually,
you get it for free, and that's not surprising, is it?
Do you know what? Let's just do a quick poll, because there's so many polls right now. How much would you pay to watch Angela and I for 20 minutes?
25.
Angela, how much would you pay?
For me to watch us?
Well, no, you'd have to pay me.
£2.50.
£2.50? Okay. I've got some change. Anyway, look, we are
for a month. That's quite a bit. Got 25 quid there.
Button. We're off. We're out of here. See you soon. See you in the gym.
Have a great weekend, everyone. I'll see you next week. Alan won't.
Thank you, Louise, by the way. You're brilliant as well.
Yes.